Hi guys, Ron Musgraves, Pressure Washing Window Cleaning Institute here on sales. We've got a post here from Joe over on, let's see, this is called Power Wash Community. I don't frequent this board. I do see here that we're talking in the essence here of restaurant situations. I've literally sold hundreds of these. I service hundreds of them, especially this time of the year. Selling at restaurants not tough. They're busy and they need you. You know, I can give you a lot of different techniques. I respect Jim Van Handel's here aggressiveness on, getting the price out of them. I myself, I don't use that. I know the prices of restaurants. I know what I'm going to charge them before I walk in the door. And I really don't even care what my competitors are charging. I don't necessarily want to disrespect anybody in this thread, but what my competitor's charging or what this guy's paying in this situation, and we're only talking a restaurant here. I'm not telling you that if I were trying to procure a larger contract, having some kind of a baseline, or whether I wanted to even go after the contract as far as what's in their budget would even be worth it. In the restaurant situation, if they're using pressure washing, which it's almost line itemed in every major corporation's budget now. There is a line item in their budget for pressure washing. And it's going to run between these groups, and you guys got to know this. It's going to run anywhere from $250 a month all the way to $500. And there's going to be a big span. And more than what you want to know what this individual restaurant person is paying, you probably want to know what his group nationally has allotted for this expense. That's probably more important to know than what the general manager is paying currently, or, to me, that doesn't even matter. I want to know what the national average is for that operation and what they're paying out. I'm not even going to waste my time with it if I find out that they've got $150. This is why I don't go after Denny's restaurants, because nationally they are saying that for $145 they can get a monthly service and a scope in their thing, and they tell this across the board. Their purchasing agents. So I don't even bother with them, because I know that even if I sell a general manager on an account at a Denny's for $250 a month, I know that by the time the quarter's up, a bell and whistle is going to go off to the regional district manager, somebody, and somebody's going to get their butt chewed out for going over the expense for that quarter. You may sell it for more money, but I guarantee you that the redundancies of them checking these budgets and the way technology is and the alarm going off that the guy's going over budget, it's all going to fall into play, and somebody's going to get their butt chewed out. So again, rather than worrying about what this individual manager is charging, focus on what you need to charge. Focus on the price that you need to be profitable at, and try to sell these restaurants at that price. And again, when I talk to guys about these things and selling restaurants, a family style restaurant is an Olive Garden, Red Lobster, Outback, a Red Robin, a Texas Roadhouse. These are all family style restaurants. And trust me, the concrete difference between all of them are only a few feet. The biggest difference that's going to be the factor in your washing a unit is going to be the volume of traffic that unit has. which you guys always think it's always going to be, well, it's a cookie cutter place, they're all the same. No, they're not all the same. Some have more traffic. Well, when a unit has more traffic, it only stands to reason that they're going to have more budget. Because what becomes automatic is that a big company like Darden Restaurants, who owns Olive Garden, or even a McDonald's or any of these companies, if the restaurant's volume is up, well, guess what? The budget goes up. So rather than asking the manager what he charges, you might talk to him about, oh, are you a high volume unit? How are you doing compared to the other ones in the area? And lots of managers want to brag and they'll go, we're number one. We're the busiest unit in the area. Well, guess what? You just found the high volume unit. Now, this is a guy that's going to have more money in his budget. He's going to need more frequent washing. If you talk to a manager and he says, no, right now we're on the bottom of the pole, totem pole. We are not doing very well. It's very slow. We're number 6 out of 7. We're not the worst, but we're darn close. And you'll be surprised that these guys will know these things. Or they'll tell you that they're an average restaurant. Well, an average restaurant, you know what? It's going to have an average amount of volume of customers, which is going to have that average pricing structure. These higher volume units, just to give you kind of an example of where, and we're going to go completely to retail, and I'll just go to a department store. They may have $800 a month in their budget on a low volume unit, and they may have $1,250 a month on a high volume unit, just to give you guys some sort of a baseline. The restaurant, same situation. Maybe only $200 on a low volume unit, and they may have $600 on a high volume unit. There's we won't use a name of a chicken joint, but when they have a high volume unit, they will spend as much as $650 a month to clean the exterior portions of their concrete. Now, if you've got 10 of those units and they're $650 a piece, that's some pretty good coin per month, especially when you're talking about a unit that only takes you 2 to 3 hours to clean each of them. You base the travel time and all your costs. Yeah, it sounds like $200 an hour, but really isn't. You guys really need to look at how you really have to consider your expenses and what it really is to operate and take care of a business. But hey, that's a whole nother blog. I hope that this helps you guys understand, really, rather than talking about how much it is. I gave you some tips there of how you can find it out prior, or rather than coming at the manager and saying, how much are you currently charging? Find out what the volume of the unit is, how business is going. I mean, these are things that you would interact with that would be a lot more intelligent than standing on somebody and saying, hey, I want to know what the price is. First of all, if I'm the manager of a unit or anything, you know what? I'm not going to tell you what the price is. I'm going to want you to give me a price. I'm going to want you to know what you're doing. If you're asking for what the price is, there's only 2 outcomes that I'm thinking that you're going to do. One, you want to know what I'm paying and you want to charge me more, or you want to know what I'm paying and you're going to try to come in under the guy, which in both situations are no good. If you look at it from a business standpoint, why does anybody want anybody cutting anybody else, undercutting them? And why would they want that done to them? And secondly, if I know what you're paying and you're trying to charge me more, that's not going to feel good either. Just give these guys the price. Once you've given them the price, now you can maybe find out where they're at, because obviously I say, here's the price, it's $350. And their reaction is, whoa, that's double what I'm paying. wow, I know now exactly what the guy's paying. I probably know it's more of a reality because it was a quick response right there. If you go up and ask somebody what they're charging, how do you know you're going to get the truth anyway? You know, I mean, that's the thing. Are they really going to tell you what they're paying? I mean, let's face it. If I wanted to pay less, what am I going to tell you? I'm paying less. Therefore, I'm thinking you're going to come in around where I want to be because I'm telling you I'm paying less. So stop asking for the price. It's just in this situation, it's not even necessary or needed. Just go there, sell the unit, be confident, know what you need to charge. Don't care about what your competitors are charging in this situation until obviously you give them the price, and then you can find out. I mean, you've got to pay attention to baselines. It's called fair market value. And if you find out that the fair market value in your area is not fair, then, you know, maybe this revenue of restaurants, either you're going to have to go on a campaign of more education and explaining to these people why it can't be done for this price and why they need to pay more. And possibly they even need to increase their budgets. It's not unfathomable that that can happen. Hey guys, Ron Musgraves on Power Wash Community Thread here, Joe. Hopefully that helps you. Have a great day.